In 1974, an American television production company was founded called the T.A.T Communications Company, or T.A.T for short. T.A.T would produce shows like The Jeffersons, One Day at a Time, The Facts of Life, and many others. These shows were very popular throughout their airings in the 70s and 80s, with The Jeffersons lasting for 11 seasons. In 1979, T.A.T introduced a logo which will retire in 1982, as T.A.T will be renamed to Embassy Television. Currently, Embassy is an in-name unit of Sony Pictures Television. The logo that T.A.T created has become infamous amongst logo enthusiasts. We've been talking about it for over 15 years. Everyone is sick to death at this point, but now it's my turn to tell you the story. What's so special about this logo? Well, this is really the only footage we have of it. This is what this video is all about. Welcome to the Legend of T.A.T. Before the internet, no one really talked about the rarity of logos. T.A.T would have just been another forgotten company. But when the internet and websites like the CIG Wiki arrived, logos started to get talked about. One that has stood out amongst the crowd is T.A.T. There are plenty of reasons people consider T.A.T to be an interesting topic to talk about. I think one of the reasons why they're so popular today is due to the well-received sitcoms they produced. For example, One Day at a Time won awards and was consistently in the top 20 programs in the ratings. The show lasted for 9 seasons and consisted of 209 episodes. In 2017, a remake started, which will have its 3rd season in February of 2019. Again, this remake has been highly praised, winning awards and even getting a high rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The Facts of Life ran for 9 seasons and also had 209 episodes. This sitcom wasn't praised at first, but as the seasons progressed, it started to gain some praise. The Jeffersons ran for 11 seasons from 1975 all the way to 1985. It consisted of 253 episodes. It won and was nominated for several awards. This proves that T.A.T was a semi-big name throughout the 70s and 80s. But what makes the logo so special? To give you a simple answer, it's rarity. This logo is practically extinct, and for years, we didn't have any footage of it. To give you a more complicated answer, the amount of times it has been plastered. Plastering is where an old logo from a company is replaced with a newer one from a different company. This might be due to the fact that a company has been bought, a company's name changed to something else, or simply to keep everything modernised. T.A.T is a prime example of this. The shows that they made are now distributed by other companies, meaning that you'll find the newer logos on them rather than the T.A.T logo. If you look at newer prints of T.A.T shows, you'll find the Embassy Television logo, the Columbia Pictures Television logo, or, most likely, the Sony Pictures Television logo. The SPT logo is often criticised for its laziness and the fact that they've used it since 2002. Some people want a new logo from them, but I want Sony to stop plastering older logos. Just because an older logo might not be impressive to the modern average consumer doesn't mean it should be plastered. SPT plaster a huge amount of older logos, which is one of the reasons why SPT's logo is extremely common. The only way you can really find an older logo is either by a plastering error, which thankfully do happen, or if you have any old recordings of TV shows. Because of this, people are now recreating older logos to let the modern consumer know what they would have looked like when they were seen. There are dozens, if not hundreds of recreations of the T.A.T logo on YouTube. It almost seems like a community has been created, dedicated to just that logo. One thing to keep in mind though is that the print logo from T.A.T existed before the on-screen logo did. According to the CIG Wiki, the print logo looked like this, and it was used from 1976 to 1982. From 1975 to 79, T.A.T would have only been seen on screen in the credits. I tried looking for the on-screen logo, although I know my chances were incredibly slim. I tried having a look at shows that weren't listed on the CIG Wiki to see what I could get. I tried having a look at The Wave from 1981, there was nothing there. I tried having a look at Hello Larry from 1980, there was nothing there. I tried having a look at Joe's World from 1979, there was nothing there. At that stage, I gave up looking for the on-screen logo. But I might be able to find more print logos from T.A.T. As previously mentioned, the only true way of finding the on-screen version is through home recordings. Since T.A.T was American, it seems almost impossible to get any recordings of their shows in the UK, for example. However, the CIG Wiki states other ways. One way is through eBay. People sell VHS tapes and VCRs on eBay. Try and see if you can find anyone selling home recordings of T.A.T shows. It's worth a chance. Another way, according to the CIG Wiki, is to buy DVDs of Hello Larry from this website. No one really has tried this yet, so no one really knows for sure. There's not really much else we can do. If you don't want to spend any money, you just have to keep searching until we find the full T.A.T logo. What's interesting though is that for many years, we thought that the on-screen logo looked like this. A white star would rise and land on the first T of T.A.T. But from the footage we have found recently, it's the total opposite. An orange star zooms out onto the first T of T.A.T. When this was discovered, everyone was excited, but I was confused. For over 10 years, we have believed that the logo looked like this. The last time this version of the T.A.T logo was seen on the CIG Wiki was December the 9th, 2017. The page on the CIG Wiki was created on March 23rd, 2012. Although I wasn't able to get any evidence of an on-screen logo, I did find 2 print logos on 2 posters in a broadcasting magazine. Here you go. These 2 prints date to January the 7th, 1980. One was on a poster for the show The Sullivans, and one was on a poster for the Jeffersons. We all know about the Jeffersons, but what about the Sullivans? Well, The Sullivans was a drama television series that ran from 1976 to 1983 for 8 seasons, and it consisted of 1,114 episodes. That's great and all, but what has this got to do with T.A.T, you might be asking yourself. You see, The Sullivans was an Australian drama TV series, and more significantly, it was distributed by Pitts Films. Pitts was formed as a subsidiary of Tandem Productions in 1978. In 1982, they were folded into Embassy Television. Toy Productions, another subsidiary of Tandem, was also folded into Embassy in 1982. Embassy became Tandem's parent in 1982, and all shows that were made by Tandem were now being produced by Embassy. Before Embassy took over, most of the shows that were produced by Tandem didn't actually feature the Tandem name. The name that did appear on most shows from Tandem from 1978 to 82 was T.A.T Communications. Toy Productions was bought by Columbia Pictures Television in 1979. Embassy was sold to the Coca-Cola Company in 1985, which was then sold to Columbia in 1987, which then became a subsidiary of Sony in 91, which explains why Sony plastered its older logos involved with Tandem. If Columbia never bought Toy in 79, T.A.T Communications might have already been fully discovered. That's why T.A.T appears there and not Pitts. Was there anything else I was able to find? Yes. I was able to find an audio file of the closing of an episode from One Day at a Time from September the 18th, 1979. At the end of the credits, you can hear the complete version of the T.A.T logo theme, along with an announcer saying, "This is CBS."
It's all on CBS Friday night. This is CBS.
I was also able to find the same thing but from an airing of the Jeffersons, but this time the T.A.T logo was presently cut off at the end. CBS isn't heard in this recording. That was all I was able to get my hands on. But if I wasn't able to find the full T.A.T logo on screen, why did I make this video? I made this video to get my views and whatever I could find across. T.A.T is famous but for the wrong reasons. I do like T.A.T however. I think they're an interesting company and the shows that they did make are possibly some of the best sitcoms ever put to television. T.A.T can only be so interesting. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.